Okay, prep work starts with our mobility work through our ankle, our hip, and our thoracic spine. We're going to go through 3 progressions here, which are used in week 1, week 2, week 3 to coordinate with this first strength training program. First of all, you're looking at linear wall mobility with the ankle. I'm going to find a wall, getting a distance from the wall where I can keep my heel down and just moving that ankle in a linear path. Again, I don't want the heel to come up. I'll do my rep count for each ankle. That's week 1. Week 2, we make it multi-planar. And with multi-planar, we're going to move it down the middle. We'll move it a little right and a little left. There's down the middle. When I go to my left, the foot stays still, the heel stays down. When I go to my right, I'm over here. Remember, the more range of motion we can get through the ankle, the better health we'll have in our knee. Also, for you pitchers, the better range of motion that heel through the ankle allows the heel to stay down for you to recruit more of your backside as you drive off the mound. Week 3, you'll do an adductor dip, and with an adductor dip, you'll take a stance right here, turning this out, the foot's underneath the knee, and I'm going to dip while keeping the heel down for range of motion, and of course that switch over here. In addition to that, you're getting some groin flexibility as well. Okay, for the hip, there's a difference between what I'm calling hip mobility and hip rotational mobility. We'll start with just the hip first. Week 1 hip, you're going to start with a shin grab. Make sure your posture is real tall. Bringing knee to chest and not chest to knee. So from the side, I'm here. I'm not here, or I'm not here. I'm stable here as I bring that up. Week 1 also stationary overhead lunge. I'm going to go through all my checkpoints. This is preparing you for better movement, but also for some of your strength training progressions that are coming up. I'm going to start with my toes up on my front foot. My trail glute is on, my core is tight. I'm up big here for range of motion through the shoulder, in the thoracic spine. And I'm moving through that path right there. Tapping my back knee, we'll give all that trail glute stays on. I'll perform my rep count, right leg forward. And of course, repeat the process over here on the left. For your rotational, hip internal rotation, week 1, you'll be doing knee to knee. For this one, get your feet spread out. Want to keep your feet flat. You're going to push your knees in while keeping your feet flat for the rep count. Okay, going to week 2, hip. SLDL, straight leg deadlift. Here we're grooving a good hip hinge pattern and with a good mobility through the hip. I'm going to pull through. I'm getting about 10 degrees on my knee to allow my hip to flex back, get my glute involved. I do not want to have a totally stiff knee, stiff leg. Too much hamstring there. Let the hip move through range of motion. I'll reach and I pull through. And I'll perform that on both hips. Week 2, we move the linear lunge to a lateral lunge. So I'm going to make sure my feet are straight. When I shift left, my core is tight, my right glute's on, my toes are up on my left foot, shoulders are back. I'm going to shift lateral left for my rep count, and I'll move lateral right. We do not want rotation to take place. The feet have got to stay squared. The weight should be on the back of the foot. Week 2, hip internal rotation is going to be a windshield wiper. Stomach flat, knees to feet together, feet come out. Working for internal rotation of the hip. Week 3. Week 3 on the hip, Spider-Man shift. We'll put my front leg just off center. In this case, left leg's at about 11 o'clock. I'm working for hip separation here, thoracic extension. So I'm going to start in this position. I'm going to shift forward, drive back, shift forward, separation of the hips, thoracic spine coming up. And of course, I'd go to the right side, right foot at 1 o'clock. The offset just outside allows me to get some groin work there as well. The Spider-Man shift. Week 3 hip. I go from linear to lateral to now rotational movement through the hip. So right foot's at 12, left foot's at 9 o'clock here. Right glute on, toes up the left foot. Stay in the back of the foot. I turn around, Other side, right foot at 3, left foot at noon with the same rep count. Week 3, hip rotation. This will be a little more external rotation. Cradle walk. I'm going to brace, and I'm going to pull up, brace, and pull up. Don't crank the knee down and work that socket too aggressively from the side. Again, here's your cradle, alternating as you walk down. Moving on to the thoracic spine. Week 1, we're always focused on getting extension, shoulders back and down with rotation. Week 1 is a bent over rotation, shoulders back, hips back, back flat. Eyes follow the hand, and in doing so, I'm braced in the core, the lumbar and the hips, and all turn is going through my shoulders. Week 2, thoracic rotation, is a quad stance, quadruped stance. I'm going to brace lumbar, brace core, hands here, and I'm turning. Again, turn the shoulders. I'll do reps on my left and my right there. Week 3, T-spine. We'll take a seated position. If you have the ability, we can squeeze something between the knees. That turns on the core to stabilize that. I'm here, shoulders are back, elbows back. I'm going to rotate. Again, just focusing on turn the shoulders and not turn the lumbar or the hips. That's a seated rotation. So we've done ankle, hip, and T-spine. Miscellaneous on the card, week 1. After you went through ankle, hip rotation, T-spine. Miscellaneous week 1, you do a marching walk. You get the hamstrings woken up, shoulders back. You're going to alternate. Make the foot chase the hand. Don't make it look like this. Stay tall here. Make the movement dynamic. Week 2, miscellaneous. After ankle, hip, and T-spine. Quad pull. We'll do the stationary, alternating right, left. Notice it's not out here. It's not here. It's not here. It's straight back and pull in an alternating fashion. Week 3, miscellaneous, is a caterpillar. My hamstrings. I'm going to let myself fall out. I'm going to inch my feet in, keeping my knees locked. A little core and shoulder stability with it. And that was week 3, miscellaneous caterpillar. The upper body movement. So we've gone ankle, hip rotation, T-spine, miscellaneous. Now the upper body. Wrist extension flexion, week 1. Elbows locked, you want to get extension there. Fingers are down, shoulder blades are down and back while I hold. Perform both sides, flexion will be right here. Brace and hold, again both sides. Week 1, upper body, sleeper. Sleeper stretch, which you also do in your prep work. Just remember, we'll use headrest here. Shoulder blades should be stacked as we come around the backside. Come around the backside of the video. Shoulder blades stacked. Working internal rotation here. I should not allow that shoulder to hike up and compensate for a lack of shoulder rotation. Now back to the front. As I move. That's pretty realistic right there. If you're touching the ground, you're cheating. Keep the shoulder blades set and stacked as you work through internal rotation. In this case, just on your throwing side. Week 2, upper body. Lat stretch. I'm going to put my elbow up here. I'm going to pull the shoulder blade down. And this is a static hold. And I perform the same thing on the other side. Week 2, the other upper body movement, labeled trap L. Shoulder blades down and back. I'm going to open my right arm, turn my head to my left, and while doing so, I'm burying the shoulder blade down the other side. I'd work just like that. Week 3, upper body, no money, elbows by your side, open the hands. We're keeping the shoulder blades down and back. Also week 3, upper body, you go back to the sleeper stretch. I cut it right there.